Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha from wisdomseekers.net, and this is for water, which includes Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces for August 11th to the 17th, 2019. I have to change my paper. I've got too many dates on there. So the first one, hi, Elantra. It's a long time. First one is dedicated effort. So we've been putting in a lot of effort in the last little while, a great deal. And it's not because necessarily we want to. We don't seem to have a choice. With the new influx of energy and everything, we sort of, well, it's either a rock and a hard place. We don't have a choice. But it is paying off dividends. So let's start out and see what we've got. Princess of Pentacles. And that's not my favorite, but I like her. She surrounds herself with beauty, and she invokes or allows abundance to come into her life. Water, I noticed for the last few weeks, has done a great deal of positive shifting and changing. And they have been allowing the abundance into their life. So what covers it is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands, as an energy, brings in new ideas. Well, they're not really new. They're new to us because we're remembering them, but they're old ideas coming back to the surface to be remembered. And they're wise. There's wise energy. There's a dragon in there, right? Dragons, to me, are wisdom. So, and it is wise to allow abundance and beauty into our lives. So the energy is shifting and changing. Well, what's behind the water? It's the Ace of Pentacles, which is an earth sign. Lots of energy, lots of things shifting and changing on the earth. And that's what's pushed us to where we are today. And very interesting card for what's just below us is the Ace, is the Lovers. And there's something I say over and over again. The more you love yourself, the more you can more love you will receive. I think water is receiving or understanding that message. And so they're helping shift the energy by loving themselves. And the more you love yourself, the better it is. And so this is a major arcana. It's an extremely important card. So what's coming up directly in front is the Nine of Pentacles. And there is a lot of abundance cards in this reading so far. The Nine of Pentacles is a businesswoman who's put in her effort, worked hard, and now is reaping the rewards. There's still change to come. She's not finished, but she has a strength, a solidarity that she never had before. So, and as I say, this is probably a work week, because even though so far it's been very positive and very good, and this is still positive and good, we have a change card. But this is a deep level change card that brings up old stuff that we might not have dealt with before. It has to do with love because it's already in the reading. But the outcome cards are, well, Two of Cups, which is balance, the yin, the yang, the male, the female energy. So what you're going to do, what you're going to achieve with this shift or change in consciousness and looking at your inner self is you're going to create balance. And then we have another major arcana, the Hierophant. And the Hierophant, well, it's knowledge. It's all about, it used to be old knowledge, but now in my deck, it's not old knowledge, it's new knowledge, remembered knowledge, just like the Knight of Wands. But it's also, knowledge is healing. When you know about what's happening in your life, when you can look at it in balance, like the Two of Cups, which is the yin yang card, you create balance, you create healing. And that is extremely important. And this is going to happen this week. There's going to be a shift and change for water this week. because you've got the Eight of Wands, which is, it's a good card. It's a card of being happy, being up and about, but your feet are firmly planted on the ground. You're very grounded. And that is the trick, staying grounded during all this energy shift and things. And the last card is the Justice card. Well, for me, I always call this my light worker card, which means you're bringing in or shifting energies. You see the sword, it cuts away that which we no longer need. The third eye is opening with the, and you can see the it's actually a feather, but it looks like information streaming in. There's peacock feathers behind, which again is intuition. But the most important part is the heart is balanced, equal to the weight of a feather. And Maat, in the goddess of, I think, death in the Egyptian, would weigh the heart of man, and with it was light as a feather, you could ascend, which means you're getting it. You've got the information. You've put in the dedicated effort. You've worked hard for what you've got. Now you're accepting the new vitality, the new energy into your life. Is it easy? I don't think so, because the card I put away was the Ten of Wands, which is working definitely. Doesn't mean that right here, that the doorway is not right here, and you can just step through the doorway and put down your load. But the truth is, it's going to take a little bit of effort. We have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas. So that basically means this is a powerful week. Lots of shifting and changing to your benefit, not necessarily, and this has been sort of all the way for fire, earth, and now water. A lot of positive changes and shifts coming, but not necessarily simple or easy. But it also says, you got this. Okay. And if there's any questions, I am open. If there's none, thank you very much for everybody for being here. I really appreciate it.
Eyes Like Stars asks, if my Cancer ex-boyfriend is doing any spells work on me.
He's not really doing spells, but more like curses. He's a little bit angry that you're not there for him. That's a simple fix. Just go through your energy, and if you see something that looks like muck, wash it, clear it away, and put up a shell around yourself, a shield specifically for him, nobody else, just him. All right. And after he tires of the game, take that down, because you don't want to have shields around yourself. Not long term. It hinders energy flow and growth. It's just seems like he begrudges you that you've moved on. And that's about all I can really honestly say. If you know something more than I do know, and I have dealt with people who use spells and things like that, and I do know how to deal with that.
She adds that he has a new girlfriend.
Doesn't mean he's not angry with you.
Our next question comes from Elantra. She asks, has Marquise thought about me lately?
He's really busy right now. His life has suddenly taken a sudden busy turn, and he seems to be spending a lot of time with a certain male, not female, male, and whatever this guy is whatever he's doing, it's really exciting, and for him, and he's not thinking about too much else, honestly. It's like he suddenly found a whole new world to explore. And I'm pretty darn certain it's not what I'm seeing. Because I'm seeing like camping and hiking and fishing and things like that. I doubt that's what it is. But he's exploring a new world that's just opened up for him. So he's not thinking about too much beyond how much fun he's having right at the moment. Okay.
Malapale asks, is Gemini stalking or spying on me physically?
Yeah, he has spies who report back to him occasionally. So he knows what you're up to most of the time. There are times he may drive or happen to pass where you live just because it's not that far out of sight of his it's not that far outside of where he's going, at least in his mind. That's what he's saying. I don't think it's at a level you need to worry about yet, but the potential is it could grow. So keep an eye on that energy. Just keep an eye on the energy, just in case. Because stalking is a symptom of mental illness.
Infinite Peace 88 asks, is the work I'm doing bringing in my financial abundance?
It will. And you're not giving me a timeline, but you're saying it will. And you are very pleased with what you're doing for yourself. I think you surprise yourself how much effort you've put into things, because in the past you haven't been motivated as much as you are now. And my feeling is that you found your passion, and you're reaching out, you're trying your darndest to create for yourself. And it gets easier, at least I'm told it does. Put yourself out there. If I'm not sure what you do, but if you can, put yourself out there. I find YouTube is one of the best ways. Facebook helps me a lot. Just put yourself out there and make sure people know your name. And after they get to know your name, get them to trust you. And you have to be trustworthy to be trusted. All right.
Gina Joyce asks, is my ex thinking of reconnecting with me?
He's wavering. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. He wishes that what caused the break had not happened. He's not 100% convinced that going back is an answer. He actually doesn't believe in going backwards. So, but he also thinks there's stuff that you haven't finished. You've got things that need to be finished between the two of you. So for that, he is humming and hawing, because he's thinking if he goes back, he's going backwards. He doesn't realize that going back can be a forward movement as well. There's not a sense of security about him And this is his own self, not between you and him, but he's not secure in himself about what should or shouldn't be done. So at this place, I can't say he's thinking about it, but he's sort of like on a teeter-totter, and at any given time he could be in any up or down on this subject. So right at the moment, I'd say no. But he's thinking about it. Okay.
And our last question for this live stream comes from the Hawaiian goddess. She asks, does Cameron think about me? Sorry, I keep coming back. These are great. Sending you positive energy.
Thank you, Cameron. It feels like he's moved away from where you known him, but physically, it's like he's not in the same place he was. It's almost like he's on another side of well, if you're on an island, on the other side of the island. He thinks of you. That's true. And he thinks of you with fond memories. He's also, I'm going to say a player, but I don't mean he plays emotional. He likes to play, literally. So I don't know what he's following, but at this moment he is playing. He's maybe he's on vacation right now. I'm not sure, but he's not thinking deeply right now. But when he does think about you, it is yeah, with a smile on his face. But at the moment, he's more interested in playing than anything else. And it's probably just, vacation. He's on a vacation for a week or something. Okay.
All right. If you have a question, we're closing this off for now. If you have a question, join us again in about an hour or two.
Yep.
And we'll be back with the last weekly, which is air.
Do you infinite peace? Can you leave your information in the bottom so people can go look and send it to me, and I will put it up on my group. I have a group of called Elisha's Wisdom Seekers. Group.
Links are in the description.
And links are in the description. Send it to me, and I will put it up and see what I can do. And if anything I have learned through what I'm trying, I will send it. I will let you know if I don't see that you're doing it. Okay.
And Hawaiian Goddess says he is staying with his mom. He moved from his apartment. You are correct.
Okay.
Anyhow, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yes. Namaste. Namaste.
See you guys later.
Adios. Hasta la vista. And no end stream. It's changed its color on me.